Hello everybody, welcome back to the Arkham Asylum for lunatic collectors. Yep, you don't have to be mad to be a collector, but it does help. Okay, today I've got a second video updates the stuff I picked up for PS4 and Xbox One. If I do say so myself, it's been a bumper crop. I've managed to pick up some very nice items, some real bargains too. But before we start, I just want to, just for the benefit of those new to steelbook collecting, or anybody thinking about starting, just a few words about economics. It might sound a bit boring, but along with luck and good judgment, it's probably one of the most essential parts of collecting steelbooks, anything come to that. Now I'm guessing that most of you, if not all of you out there like me, only have a certain amount of disposable income to lavish on whatever collecting hobby you might have. You know, it's a bit of a bind when you're chasing multiple items or something really expensive and you're skint. But on the upside, you know, it's all part of the game of collecting. I mean, just imagine if you're independently rich and you could afford to just go out and buy anything you wanted. You know, well, a bit of fun in that. So yeah, just economics as it relates to steelbooks. The goalposts have changed somewhat with the current gen. Back in the old days of PS3, I mean, I collected everything, collected editions, variants, limited edition steelbooks, and because of that, everything had to be complete. I wouldn't collect anything that was incomplete or missing anything in any way, within reason. You know, if you get something cheap, obviously. But yeah, but these days, as I say, as it relates to steelbooks, there are a lot of steelbooks now which come separate from the game, whether it be as a pre-order or some of them are marketed that way, you know, separate from the sealed game. So there are a lot of sort of empty steelbooks on the market, and I mean, eBay and Amazon are your friend here, because I'm finding that by going to eBay and Amazon and picking up blank steelbooks without a game in, I'm not interested in the game anymore, quite frankly, because I don't play as many games these days. So it's the steelbook that matters to me, and I think it's a valid observation for collecting steelbooks. It's not the game, it's the steelbook. And I'm finding, you know, in some cases you can buy 5, maybe 6, depending on price of the empty steelbook as against the price of the full game. And you can pick up 5 or 6 for every one game that you would buy with the game attached. So yeah, I mean, that's my attitude towards steelbooks. I mean, that tip about going online and just looking for empty steelbooks might be of some use to you. Anyway, enough of the chat. Let's get down to the business of showing you what I picked up. Now, last time I did one of these, you might remember I was waxing lyrical about the For Honor steelbooks. I'll just quickly show you what I had. That was the basic steelbook. That's the most common. Nice steelbook, love these. And then there were the 3 helmets. I'm not sure which is which. There's a Crusader helmet. I don't know if that's it. That's one of them. That's the other one. That might be the Crusader. I'm not sure. And then there was the Kabuki Samurai one that I just couldn't find anywhere. Well, luckily, through perseverance, I've managed to pick one up. It wasn't cheap. In actual fact, it cost me almost as much as the other 3 put together. But ta-da! We finally got the samurai helmet. say that was cracking on for 20 quid with postage, and I don't think I paid much more than that for the other three. So yeah, I mean, I was very pleased with that one. They've all got the same back, by the way, but yeah, I mean, I really like those Steelbooks. They're amongst my favourites of all time. It's not a steel book in actual fact; it's a steel pack, but I don't worry too much now. I don't really make any difference between the two. So bargains. That's the Far Cry Primal Collector's Edition. Now, any of you who visit CEX, KEX, whatever you call them, might already know this, but you know, it's worth knowing if you don't, that very often they sell the collector's edition for exactly the same price as the ordinary vanilla version. And so it was with this. I mean, this is quite expensive, even used. You know, if you can find one under 40 quid, you're doing all right. But I say I managed to pick this one up. Excuse me. Pick this one up for the same price as the normal game, which was 18 quid. And this is quite nice in actual fact. I'll just put that down here and pick the stuff out. You get a phrase book with a lot of artwork and stuff. You know, it's show you a couple of pages there. You know, although it says phrase book, it's basically a little art book, and then you've got your map, usual stuff you get with these. Then you've got the game box, and then I think there's some. Yeah, there's a soundtrack in there as well. This is all sort of like bog standard stuff for a collector's edition. And then the crowning glory is the very, very nice Steelbook. I've not seen this one around on its own. Sometimes you do see Steelbooks that are part of the collector's set on their own, but I've never seen that one. And then inside you've got the space for the game and the soundtrack. You know, you can either keep them as they came, or you can stick them in the Steelbook, which I've just done. But yeah, that's the Far Cry Primal. I'll just bung all this stuff back in if you bear with me. Like I say, it's a good thing that happens in some used stores where they give you the same price for the collector's edition as they do for the actual game. Just bear with me one moment while I get this all back in. But yeah, I mean that's a particular bargain, that one, for the price, and I was quite happy to pick that one up. Just want to put this at the end to keep the rest of them from falling over. Right, there we go. Right, now the next one wasn't what I would call cheap, but these Call of Duty hardened editions. I mean, I've got all the others for PS3. They're rather expensive when they come out. You know, I've known some of them be up there in the 70, 80 quid bracket because you used to get like DLC with them, but basically all you get is a copy of the game. Now this is the Steelbook that goes with that. There is another Call of Duty one which I probably showed you last time, but that's the actual Steelbook that goes with the hardened edition. It's quite nice actually. One of these cases where once again I find the back of it more interesting than the front, and then inside, damn thing open, yeah, there's a bit of artwork inside, and then you get all your DLC and stuff. And obviously the DLC's been used on this one because it's a used copy, but that was about 28 quid I think, but couldn't find one any cheaper. But also in the set you get, also in the edition you get a nice little set of collector's cards as well. You know, they're very, very nicely done. You know, and they're kind of a silky, silky sort of material card. They are actually very nice. The artworks on this. I'm not a great Call of Duty player. In fact, I've only played one game very briefly. Although I am a fan of first-person shooters. But there you go. There's the art cards. I did actually come across one of these a couple of months back, but although it had a full set of art cards, you've got to watch out for that, because there are 9. Well, let's not go over it. There are 9. You've got to hope that when you come across it second hand, that the cards are actually in the box, so you can have a look at them. Other than that, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to ask the shop assistants if everything's present and correct with these things. I always do. If the stuff's not there to look at, just say, is everything there the way it should be, and they're normally quite happy to show you. So, right, this is quite a nice one. It's the Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens. I mean, this originally came with all sorts of stuff, season pass and what have you. But it's one of those nice gold ones that I'm always yarping on about. I always think gold steelbooks look so sort of classy and nice. I mean, inside we've got all the DLC, I think, and everything, but there's no artwork inside, sadly. But yeah, I mean, I was pleased to pick that one up. I've seen a few knocking about. Well, I've got that one off eBay. I've seen a few knocking about, but sometimes the covers get a bit tatty, or they're missing the. I mean, I always like to have the plastic cover on to denote which console it's for. Right, now this one was I was very pleased to get hold of. It's the Dishonored 2 Steelbook, and it's actually out of the collector's edition, which sold out. So I was lucky enough to find somebody on eBay selling that out of the collector's edition. I mean, the collector's edition probably cost you 80-100 quid. It's not. I mean, it's not the greatest steel I've ever seen. It's okay, but like I say, it's a tricky one to find. But the interesting thing about this one is it came. I mean, I paid, I don't forget what it was, about 20 quid, but it came with a full version of the game. Now, I'll show you that is actually, people do collect these. What they are a demo, what they call promo copies. And these are the ones that go out to journalists and sort of like what the bigger YouTube bloggers, vloggers, whatever they call them, for review. So it comes. I mean, this is a pre-pressing copy before it's actually sold out on retail. But it's they do I don't know how many they print, but they do a few for review purposes, and they are actually quite collectible in their own right. I've got a couple for PS3 games that actually come in the proper. You normally get them in a proper little jewel case with an insert, to show what game it is. And I've got a couple of those, but I mean, people do actually collect those. I've not got into that because I don't know, they're quite expensive, and after all, if you've got a copy of the game, you don't really need it. But yeah, it's an interesting area of collecting. Now, here's another little tip for you. Get friendly with your local shop assistants. I have some chaps in one of the shops around where I live that know I'm into steelbooks, and if they get any spare steelbooks, you know, sometimes they come in with games, and you know the games is sold as the game. The steelbook sort of like becomes redundant. They normally ask me if I've got it, and in this particular case, I didn't. Luckily, it's the Final Fantasy Stormblood steelbook. It was issued as a, I think it was a pre-order bonus, or either that or it came with the game separate, but that is just the case on its own. But it's a very nice, I'll give you a closer look at it. It's a very, very nice steelbook, that one. When you get stuff for free, you can't complain at all. The same with this one, the same people gave me this one. King of the Fighters. What is it? King of the Fighters 14. Didn't realise there'd been so many of them. Now, normally that would come with a plastic cover denoting that it's on a PS4 or whatever. But because it's free, not bothered. It's one that I don't have to fork out about 25 to 30 quid for. So with the game, so I've never seen one. I've never actually seen one without the game. So it's a very welcome addition, that one. Thanks, fellas. Right. Now this is the Wipeout Amiga collection. This is the sort of the HD updating they did of the original Wipeout game on the PS1. That, you know, some of you, most of you probably be familiar with. It was one of the sort of like popular racing games on the PS1. Now this is the retro cover that came. The steelbook came separate from the game again, and I pre-ordered it because I particularly liked this game, and the steelbook was very nice. And then I managed to get hold of one of these retro cases that came with another pre-order of the game. I think, I can't remember, but that again was given to me, so I'm doing quite well. But that's the steelbook as I got it. Got a little bit of artwork inside, which is quite nice. So these silver and gold steelbooks particularly appeal to me. Anything in silver, gold, red, purple, love them. So yeah, that was the Wipeout collection. I have had a quick bash at the game, and it's quite nice. But yeah, that was a recent addition. The cover there, and I just stuck it on the steelbook. Right, okay. This I don't think I had this last time. I can't remember offhand, but I thought I'd put it in just in case. That's the game did a deluxe edition with Amano artwork that I showed you last time, and this was the other special edition that somebody did. Not sure. I don't know whether it was just a general sort of like special edition or whether it was somebody's exclusive. But I've seen a lot of them around. You can pick it up for about, I don't know, 15 to 20 quid these days. It's quite common, I've found, as opposed to the deluxe edition, which I've only seen a couple of, but this one's quite common. This one, that's the back cover, and it's got the full game anyway. So I was quite happy to pick that one up for about 20 quid with the game, but I already have the game with the deluxe edition, so it's matterless. Right, now this is one of those weird, I think these are the G1 size, aren't they? The big size G1, I always get mixed up. I think G1 are the big, and the ordinary little ones for PS4 are the G2s. Yeah, I picked that up without the game. Could I think of anything more boring to put on a 2015 Steelbook? It's horrible. A nice shiny new racing car would have been nice, but the back to redeem itself, perhaps? No, not really. just the same. I mean, come on, the Electronic Arts, what are you doing here? Give us something a bit decent. We do have the game. Although there should be I dropped a clanger with this one because there should be a booklet in there which fortunately I haven't got, but I dare say a quick look online will get me one of those. Then the other one, I'm not a big fan of cricket, but there we go. It's a nice Steelbook, Don Bradman Cricket 17. It's got a little bit disappointed when I got it, because if you can see there, it's got a little dink, but it was so cheap I didn't think it was worth the hassle of sending it back. Just an empty Steelbook. It was only £5 or £6, so I thought, oh, what the hell. It's not one that I would normally pick up as a game, so, and I've never seen one in the wild empty, so with the game or empty, so I thought we'll have that. Okay, now the last time I did one of these, I did mention that I was after the Horizon Zero Dawn Steelbook, or Steelbooks actually, because there's two versions, because I wanted to play the game. It does look a very interesting game. Now, I managed to come across the Amazon exclusive. Somebody was flogging that online for a tenner without the game. Bit disappointed, because I wanted the game, but I thought, well, for a tenner, it's too good to pass up, because second-hand copy of the game, even if you can find it in somewhere like Kex or what have you, will cost you 35. So this one's got a very tiny scratch. I don't know if you can see it there, but I thought, the guy did mention it. You know, he had one or two of these, and he mentioned that there might be a scratch on, so I wouldn't quibble about it for the price. Say a tenner, it's a giveaway really. So yeah, I was quite happy with that one. There's your back, and there's a nice little bit of artwork inside as well. So yeah, I was pleased to get that. But then I lucked out, because I actually found finally a copy of the limited edition, which is this baby here. Oops, right way around there. This baby here, which is complete with the game, with the box, with the Steelbook and the game inside. These were about £70 when they came out, RRP, and I got this for 50. But it's it's absolute mint condition, so I'm not moaning about that by any means. But yeah, you open it up and you get, as I say, I'll just whip these out, might be easier. There's your other Steelbook. Not sure which one I prefer actually, the original Amazon one or this one. I mean, this one's quite nice. And then at long last, I've got the game. Someone's left their receipt inside there. I bought it. I think it might be some DLC actually, rather than a receipt. Sometimes you get them printed out like that. And then also you get tight fit on the box. You get the Art of Zero Dawn, Horizon Zero Dawn, usual sort of standard art book that you tend to get with these kind of limited editions, characters and what have you. So yeah, I mean, I was pleased to finally pick that one up. So I didn't think it was a bad price, given that it sold out at £20 more than that on release. So yeah, quite happy with that one. Put that back in the pile. Okay, now I was wondering when I'd get round to seeing the Battlefield 1 Steelbooks, because there are. I didn't realise it until I actually saw them both in Kex. One came with a collector's edition, so it was quite unusual to see that there on its own. And then the other one is just the standard Steelbook that came. I don't know whether it was a pre-order bonus or what have you, but that one there is the. I'll just make sure I'm not getting these mixed up. Yeah. Oops. Right. Just steady these up so we don't lose them. Yeah, this one is the one that came with the collector's edition. That was actually, as I remember, it's pretty, well, these are silly back covers with nothing on them. Yeah, that's the one that came with the copy of the PS4 game, which is the one I kept. And then the other one, this one was slightly cheaper. That one was about 27, I think this one was about 25. That was the Xbox One version, but to grab a bit of money back, I sold the Xbox One disc. Managed to get a cover, and I had an old Xbox One case, so I just traded it in and got some money back on it. So I got those two a bit cheaper, but yeah, I was quite pleased to get them because I was wondering when I was going to find some of those out in the wild. I've never actually seen them. Right, now this one I didn't even know about until I punched in PS4 Steelbooks on eBay and this came up. I'm not sure whether it's a general sort of Steelbook or it's somebody's exclusive, but wasn't even aware of the game, to be honest. Blood Bowl 2. I mean, I'm vaguely aware of the original game. Came out on an old console, I think, the original Blood Bowl game. But yeah, it came empty. Again, it was only about £6 or £7, so I thought it worth picking up just for the fact that I didn't even know about it. This is another one of those bargains I told you about at the start of the video. This is the Hitman Steelbook edition. Yeah, I mean, I've seen these sold with the game in around about anywhere between 20, 25, 30. I've even seen. Yeah, it's quite a nice Steelbook. White again seems to be quite nice, I find. It's an embossed cover. Say it came in the actual box that they sold with and without the game, and that was about $4.50, you know, with postage and packing included. So I think the Steelbook was only £2. Can't really beat that, can you? So there, you know, that's a good example of what I was saying earlier. Just look for the Steelbook rather than pay, you know, 20, 25 quid for the game with it in. I find that's the way to go these days. Right, now this one did come as a complete surprise to me. I'm guessing that none of you have seen this, unless you're like me and you go scouring Amazon or whatever for these things. This is actually Dead Rising 4. And the reason you've never seen it, the reason I've never seen it before, is because it was advertised as uncirculated. Now I don't know what the story is behind that. I mean, it could be that it came out in France, Germany, or somewhere, Australia, as a steelbook, but was never actually released in this country. So that was about £9. I was quite happy to pay that because it's something you're not going to see every day. So yeah, as I say, that shows you the joy of just searching. I'm practically on the net every day searching for steelbooks. So that was a happy circumstance for me, that one. This was another bargain. These are the only two Xbox, well, apart from the Battlefield, which had an Xbox game in, but that comes with the PS4 version as well. This is Xbox One exclusive, of course, being Gears of War 4. That's the Ultimate Edition, came with the original slipcase. No game, bit of artwork inside there. And that was only $4.20 shipped. So quite happy with that one because, I mean, brand new, that is. This is a mint copy and brand new with the game in. That's DLC and whatever. That's £70, I believe. Second hand, you just don't see them. Well, I've never seen one. Then the other one is another Xbox One. I've never actually seen this at all. I've seen a limited edition of it with the Steelbook in, and you get something else with it. It comes in a thicker package, and that's what I was expecting when the guy said it was. It had the original box, but actually it's obviously been issued as a standalone Steelbook, and I've never ever seen one. Didn't even know about it. Too dark. There you go. Interesting. There again, same price as the Gears of War. Cost me £4.20 shipped. So there again, bargain central. And while we're talking about bargains, this is arguably the best deal I got since I last saw you with these. Okay, this is the. Those up so they don't fall all over the floor. Right, this is the original Dirt Rally Legend Edition. This has got the game and also the DVD, Colin McRae. Fortunately, the DLC, I think this is the one where the guy said he put it up online showing the DLC code and somebody used it. I think this might have been the one, but otherwise I would have had free DLC as well. But that's now this originally came like that, but this came as Steelbook, came as a pre-order bonus, I believe. And this on its own, cheapest I've seen without the game, is £30. Now Kex do the Xbox version of this for about 28, and the PS4 version of this for about 28. And I have seen one, but it was dented, so I didn't buy it. And if you're lucky enough to find the Xbox One version with the Steelbook, it'll only cost you about 20. There's a big variation in price on that one. I don't know why, but typically that'll cost you second hand on its own about 25, and that'll cost you, as I say, 30 on eBay. And I managed to get the whole kit and caboodle for £26, and that was shipped as well. That included the shipping, so I was well pleased with that one. Because I'm a collector of racing games, so that's good. And then again, this one, as I say, it's not cheap at all. It doesn't. Oh yeah, that was the DLC I was talking to you about. The guy had put it up on eBay with that code showing, and somebody had redeemed it, which I suppose is a bit funny when you think about it. But yeah, that was that. So yeah, that was one of my better buys. Now, while we're talking about bargains, this has got absolutely nothing to do with PS4 or Xbox One, but I need to show you this anyway because it made me laugh when I got it. That was this is the PC version of Total Warhammer. It was something like silly, like £3 odd. I think that was free shipping even, and it was advertised as being the metal case. It's just a steel pack with the booklet for £3.50. And when it arrived, lo and behold, not only did it have the booklet, but it had all 3 discs in it as well. There's another disc underneath there. So there we go. Total Warhammer for the PC, full jobby, mint condition, £3.50. Can't argue with that, can you? But anyway, that's beside the point. So yeah, there you are. That's my pickups for the PS4 in the last month or two. I've actually held this video up because I've been waiting for a few of them to come in the post. But next up, got a bit of a different video for all the Blu-ray movie lovers. She'll be coming up very shortly, so if you're into Blu-ray movies, keep an eye out for that. But for this video, I'll say thanks for watching once again, and cheerio until next time. Bye now.